Everybody, we're going to be doing something a little bit unprecedented. There will be no recap. As the beam of death lances straight towards the Lily of the Valley, you all have 5 seconds to decide what you are doing right now.
I can't swim.
Okay, I'm completely distracted now.
All right,
Where did this
so
come from?
Sarah, anything come to mind?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Nothing
your
in
voice.
particular.
Are you?
I know.
All right,
losing
Joe,
my voice.
anything come to mind?
All I can think of is Tango and Prey.
Tango, what? Yourself?
Yes,
Okay, your
An
Tango,
option.
do you have the stamina? Do you have 10
I have
stamina?
20 stamina.
All right, so you burn 10 stamina. I'm going to give you another quote-unquote turn to decide, giving yourself the Tango in order to speed up your movement and thought process.
I guess I'm gonna just try to dodge. I don't know. Run.
You take the dodge action. Understood.
All right. So I turn into Allosaurus Rex form. I grab a barrel that's on, or 2 of them, one under each arm, and I jump off of the boat as far as I possibly can with my monstrous Allosaurus Rex leggies.
Straight up strength check for me, please. You can have advantage because you're transformed.
Okay, so can I have adrenaline on this? Because we're all about to die.
You can have advantage. That's as far as I'm going to go for this.
Okay, buddy.
Straight up strength check, not a strength save.
I'm
Strength
sorry.
check.
Did I put,
Oh,
did I
no,
put
good job, good
one?
job. You get one more. You get one more. Due to advantage.
20, baby.
Dang, 21.
That's close.
All right, you, with the barrels underneath your tiny little Allosaurus arms, you kick off of the deck and cannonball, and while you're still in the water, or flying through the air, you hear someone yell, "Bolt!"
Huh?
As you, in slow motion, the beam lancing towards the Lily of the Valley, you falling towards the water. You can see your dad,
Oh,
Harry,
screw him, man. Screw my
jumping
dad.
off of the pier towards you,
All
his
right. Okay,
eyes
fine.
wide and his pupils dilated.
So was he on the other boat?
He was coming from the, he was with the Disruptor Squadron.
Okay. All right.
You know that this is the guy who stayed behind to fight Ella,
Yeah.
Now,
or Bella, rather.
the ray of death. How, can it be deflected?
It is almost as large as the Lily of the Valley.
Can E possibly... How big is, if it hits, what's the radius? Can we, is that something we can calculate? Or no in that moment?
You're gonna hit it with a big stick?
You have seen the beam hit the Marine HQ and wipe out about half of it in the resulting explosion.
Okay. All my plans just went out the window. Never mind.
Right before the beam hits,
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
Sable Theo floats into the air. Her sleepy, colon 3 expression completely gone in this moment. Just a deadly seriousness. As she holds her hands open with all 10 of her fingers splayed, 10 ghosts appear from her fingers, and she swipes her hands down and says, "Deathlock." The ghosts, faster than the eye can see, basically possess each one of you. Salaki, you're running as hard as you can through District 1, pushing through the chaos of the Revolutionary Army trying to retreat and fight at the same time. From your vantage point, you can see the Lily of the Valley. Everything is lit up in a white light as it is engulfed in a massive red inferno.
Guys!
The shockwave hits you and almost knocks you over. The smoldering cloud of flame rises up into the sky. And the lily of the valley, as well as your friends, are no longer there.
Oh, no.
Huh?
No! I drop to my knees.
As you do, Cole runs up behind you and grabs your shoulder and pulls you up.
Now it's not the time for mourning, Salaki. We need to go.
Sucks.
He looks you in the eye.
I know, Salaki. We need to go.
Yeah. If I die, then there'd be no point in their living. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
And he pulls you along towards what remains of the fleet. A projected voice echoes over the bay, and echoing through the trees, the voice of Liber Maximus.
Initial volley successful. Military powers of the Metropolis Dreadnought satisfactory.
And you hear a grr, 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 klaxon alarm echoing throughout the bay as the giant city that just decimated what remains of the Shabauti archipelago submerges once again.
Really? After all that, they just leave?
Bubbles flailing everywhere. For the majority of you, your strength is completely drained from you, being surrounded by the grip of the unforgiving ocean. Eep. You see Gemini swimming as hard as she can, finally grasping onto the boulder's arm as he cradles Red and Blue, who seem to have been knocked out by the blast. Also within reach of you, well, your heart leaps into your throat as you see Cuddy Flam gripping on for dear life, bubbles pouring out from between his lips, his eyes wide in terror. He grips the mast of the Lily of the Valley as she sinks. A massive, still smoldering hole blasted through one side of her hull and out the other. There is no sign of her vestigial body. Seems that with the press of the ocean around her, she can do nothing but sink. You have a choice here. Assist Gemini, or assist Cuddy Flam.
Oh, what the heck?
Sorry, the voice.
I'm gonna go with Cuddy Flam. I can't do
Alright.
both of them at all.
They're drifting away in opposite directions. You're actually starting to realize that an intense ocean current is pushing all of you away from each other.
Okay, so who is holding on to my dear life?
So Cuddy Flam is holding on to the Lily of the Valley and being swept away in a current. Gemini, the boulder, Red and Blue are together, holding on to each other as best they can, being swept away in the opposite direction. You cannot see where the rest of your friends are.
I'll go with Cuddy Flam.
All right, you pump your powerful legs through the water, and as he sees you coming, first he begins to panic, but seeing your concerned face, it turns to relief. And as you reach the Lily of the Valley, all you can do is hold on. As your fur is tussled by a deep underwater current, pushing you deeper and deeper until it catches you and pushes you further into paradise. Away from the red line, away from Shabouti, away from your friends. Eventually, it gets too much to you. You can no longer hold your breath. The burning of your lungs is intensified when you can do nothing but instinctively gasp and feel the water rush into your respiratory system. But as consciousness fades from your eyes, you can see a smiling little Pac-Man ghost come out of your body, grow two large muscular arms, shove them down your throat,
What?
pull out the water,
Let's go.
and the whole ghost just thunk into your mouth.
What?
That's when you pass out.
Oh my god. Oh.
Raging Bolt.
E.
As soon as you hit the water, your devil fruit lost its power. You're
Yep.
slowly transforming back into your cat form. Unable to move, unable to breathe. Nothing. When a strong hand reaches out and grabs onto the barrel and pulls it close, and then grabs onto your shoulder and pulls you close. You see the determined eyes of Ares as he looks down at you.
Papa.
An apologetic look, and a look of pure terror. A look that you've seen in the eyes of those who have nearly lost something precious to them. With that, the press of the ocean around you is too much. And you and the 7th Division commander of the Invincible Armada Pirates are swept away by one of the unforgiving ocean currents. Oswald, as you sink deeper and deeper, something strange is happening. Your consciousness fades from you, and you find yourself sitting in a chair. It's a really nice chair. It's made of mahogany.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's very well crafted, very smooth, and oh, you're not alone.
Oh.
You look up, and sitting across from you, with intense blue eyes, and his arms crossed, is another version of you.
Hello?
If we don't survive this, I'm going to string every one of them up by their entrails for failing to protect you.
Are you?
I am Jericho.
Jericho? It's nice to meet you. I'm Oswald Octavius.
Don't worry about him. He's a little bit intense. You look over to your left, and with, I believe it was almost like a tea green eyes, and a little hat on.
Yep.
Is another version of
Mr.
you.
Archibald.
Do what?
I know him. I believe, is that Archibald that you're referring
Yes.
to?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think they were
Give
tea
him a
green,
bow.
but I'm absolutely saying they're tea green now.
Okay. He gives a slight bow.
Hello, good sir.
Hello? And you?
I am Archibald. I don't believe we've been acquainted.
No, I don't believe we have. I'm Oswald Octavius. Wasn't I drowning?
You sure
Oh.
were.
Oh boy.
Is that Mr. Fez?
You
What is
turn
Mr.
to your
Fizz
right,
doing here?
and indeed, with his eyes completely glossy black, is you, but with a fez on off kilter on top of his head.
You're a children's show character. What are you doing? Where was this?
Not anymore.
Okay, well, hello, I'm Oswald. Oswald Octavius. I guess I don't need to say that every time. We seem to be sitting in some sort of semicircle.
He just kind of tilts his head at an unnatural speed, just kind of like, you're drowning. We're all drowning.
Yeah,
This could be the
No,
last breath we ever take. Jericho just shakes his head and clenches his hands on his arms. This is so frustrating. If only we could. They all three look up at you. Wait, are you going to remember this?
I think it seems pretty clear to me what's happening. I'm pretty cognizant of all this, considering I'm drowning. Where even is this? Are we, like, this is not the ocean, this is some weird place with mahogany chairs. Very nice mahogany, so.
I do believe that we're in your mind.
Very
Joe.
nice. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, it's very nice
No,
mahogany.
it's a very nice chair.
And he reaches down and starts rubbing it as well.
Anywho, what were you saying?
I don't think we have time to parse through all of this at this moment in time, but wait, someone's coming.
Who's coming? And did you say we were in my mind?
With that, you are pulled out of your mind space as breath fills your lungs. You blearily open your eyes, and at first, things don't make sense. It seems as if the ocean is being pushed away from you. You feel a damp warmth on your chest. As you look down, you see Alicia grasping onto you, her eyes screwed shut in concentration, as she maintains a bubble of air around the two of you.
Wasn't it? Oh, yeah, no, she has power of the wind anyhow. Hello. No, I should distract her.
She opens her eyes, kind of her brow still creased in concentration.
We're in this for the long run.
So it would seem. I will
Wherever
do as
the
I
ocean
can.
would take us. I can't fight it.
Well, I will see what I can do to help you maintain focus.
She nods and closes her eyes again, as you and Alicia are swept away by yet another ocean current.
And before we switch scenes or anything, I would like to kind of just try to close my eyes and meditate for the moment.
All right. You try and get as much rest as you can in this insane, swirling, bubbly world. Flint,
Hello.
the cold press of the icy ocean is all around you as you sink deeper and deeper into the depths. You don't even have the strength to reach up and grab your sunglasses when they slip off of your face. You feebly raise a hand and just barely miss it. Dashing through the water, grasping a webbed hand around the sunglasses and handing them back to you is Sheriff Gulper. He looks down at you.
The captain still wants a word.
And he grabs onto you and leads you towards a massive, what looks like a torpedo-shaped submarine. He swims in through one of the hatches, shuts it behind him, and all the water is drained from the small airlock chamber. Pardon me. The second door opens up and swings open as Sheriff Gulper all but drags you into the cramped interior of this submarine. Piping runs through this short hallway that you're in. It takes you to what looks to be a bridge while you're just coughing up your lungs, still unable to muster any strength. He opens up another door and throws you down onto the ground. You hit and roll, still coughing.
Thank you.
As your eyes regain focus, you see, with his back turned towards you and his giant metal arms crossed, his razor-sharp fingers tapping the metal impatiently, is Jaxar. I can't turn to look at you right now. I don't want Liber to know. We can send you somewhere safe.
Away from you?
Liber knows our connection now. You're a prime target. But there's one place I know that he won't be able to find you for a good long while.
Where?
Have you ever heard of the Florian Triangle?
I don't think so.
Make a history check.
Okay. I'm bad at that.
You've heard rumors of a mysterious stretch of ocean where people go missing.
Don't people die there?
If they don't know what they're getting into, yes. But I have a contact there, as well as a way to successfully navigate it. You'll be safe. I need you to lay low for a while. I just found you and I'm not gonna let you die in front of me.
I'm gonna find a way to fix you before he can replace you for good.
I'd like that. But right now, I am not sufficiently powerful enough to fight against the will of an emperor.
Did Sheriff get my sunglasses back to me?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I'm going to... Does he have, like, pockets on him or something?
He is wearing, like, cargo pants.
I'm gonna put them in his pocket.
He looks down.
Are you sure you want to give that back?
Just so you don't forget me.
You see his strong frame kind of slouch forward a little bit as his head droops.
Thank you, Flint.
I'm gonna give him a hug from behind so he still can't see me.
You can feel his shoulders jumping slightly, shaking.
Go. Sheriff will lead you.
I'll find a way to fix you. And I'm gonna walk away.
All right, you do so. Sheriff watches you step out the door.
You know your way to the airlock. I'll be there in a minute.
I just say as I'm walking to the airlock, I'm gonna kill Liber Maximus.
Sheriff's eyes harden.
I'd like that.
As you step out of the room, Sheriff looks towards Jaxar.
I didn't know you were physically capable of still crying.
Oh.
Neither did I. Seems today is full of all kinds of surprises. Now go help my kid brother. This is the single most important mission I've ever given you.
Sheriff gives a grim nod and walks out of the room after you, Flint. Upon arriving in the airlock, he hands you a little device. Looks like it has a little mouth guard attached to a little cylinder.
This is a rebreather. It'll last as long as we need it to get to our destination.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on.
All right. All right. Depressurizing chamber.
Water begins to flood the chamber, and you feel yourself go weak. But before you can even so much as buckle over, Sheriff just steadies you. His eyes staring straight forward. The secondary airlock hatch opens, and he, carrying you, jettisons into the dark water. Back on the surface. Salaki, you are ushered onto one of the few remaining ships of the Revolutionary Army Armada. King Sandswinder turns as Nefertari Mimi jumps at him and just embraces him around the neck. They spin in a circle. He places her down and gently places a hand on each of her cheeks.
All right, love. We need to make sure the soldiers are all right.
She gives him a look of queenly determination, her playful attitude gone in a moment. Adopts a regal stature and steps up onto the boat, issuing out commands calmly but decisively. King Sandswinder turns towards the multitude of slaves that are being ushered onto another one of the ships and nods. Turns back towards you, Salaki.
We're going back to Alaberna.
All right. If you need me for anything, you know what my devil fruit does.
And indeed I do. And indeed we will.
Who... Did we all make it back? Or at least everyone from your party?
They're a resourceful bunch, and we can't handle too many more people on these boats, unfortunately. I just have to believe in my men.
Alright. Okay, let's go. I don't have time to cry.
As you step away, King Winder looks back towards the Shabadi archipelago.
Unfortunately, neither do I.
And with a swish of his battle cape, he steps on board as well. And with that, the armada of the revolutionaries, with their mission successful, return to Alabasta and Alaberna. The sound of splashing waves gently lapping over a beach. Permeates the air. Oh, that was miserable. Gemini drags herself onto the beach, clutching Blue around the shoulder. The boulder just huffs in annoyance as Red is piggybacking on him, barely conscious. They all freeze and look up at the massive, towering trees in front of them.
One of the trees is pushed aside as a crocodile that is 3 stories tall at the shoulder pushes through the massive forest and turns towards them. Licking its lips at the easy meal and the good fortune that is in front of it. Its eyes shining with mirth. Takes one monstrous step forward. Gemini takes a step back, hefts her mace, and impotently attempts to cover it with hockey.
Come on, dang it, no! All right, Boulder. You watch after red and blue. I'll see what I can do here.
Snips! The crocodile freezes. And every single sound on the island ceases, aside from a slight rustling through the underbrush. Come now, Snips. That's no way to introduce our guests. Pushing through the brush, his blonde hair going well past his shoulders. An interesting beard with 3 lines from the bottom of his chin up to right underneath his lip. A black cloak over his shoulders and swishing through the underbrush. A rapier at his side, and round glasses covering his eyes. Gemini's mouth drops open. Say, aren't you acquainted with that gunmetal fellow? Says Silver's Rayleigh the Dark King.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, pardon me for a moment.
It's so cool.
Meanwhile, Eep. Your eyes flutter open. You are hanging on to the shattered body of Lily.
No.
Sideways in the ocean. Cutty Flam sitting cross-legged on the hull a short distance away from you, sniffing and rubbing his eyes. His back is turned towards you.
Eep will definitely walk up to him and kind of not really say anything, just wraps him in a bit of a hug.
He quickly wipes his eyes as fast as he can and turns back towards you.
I wasn't crying.
He doesn't really let him keep talking. He hugs him like into his fur so he shuts up. He pats him on the back.
After a moment, he does relax. You can feel him shaking in your grasp and sniffing. He pulls back and looks up, and then looks down at the shattered hull of Lily, the barely twitching wood. They're showing the only sign that there is any life still there. Big globs of tears run down Cutty Flam's face as his lip quivers.
I can't fix her. I can't, Eep. I can't do it.
Eep's like bottom lip starts trembling a bit because he doesn't really know how to fix it either. But he says, and I will not be doing character voices session. I'm sorry, can't do it. He pats him on the back and says, "Well, there's 2 of us. We can figure this out together. We're gonna save her, okay?"
Yeah, okay.
There has to be something that we can do.
There's
For
gotta
now.
be.
For now, let's get her to. Is she like kind of still in the water?
Yeah, she's sideways in the water.
For now, let's make sure she's hunkered down where she can't kind of float off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill you, Luke.
You manage to drop anchor, and Cuddy Flam scrounges some scraps of wood. And I need you to go ahead and make a carpenter check. You can have advantage with assistance from Cuddy Flam.
What? Would that be a D20?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay. What is your proficiency?
My proficiency bonus is 4.
Okay, so that's going to be...
Oh, well.
Okay, so 12 plus 4 is going to be 16, and then add your strength or your wisdom.
Strength or wisdom. A plus 4 again.
Okay, so that brings you up to an even 20.
Let's go.
Working through most of what's left in the day, you manage to do some serious work patching up the big, massive, still burning wound in the side of Lily. But the more you fix, the more your heart sinks. There's no way you can fix her here. There's no way.
Ape's shoulder. Oh.
Hail, travelers!
He whips around. Hello?
As you turn around, you see a ship floating towards you. Sitting on the, or standing proudly on the bow, is a very interesting sight. Older teen, maybe about 18 or 19, wearing a striped blue and white shirt, his arms proudly crossed, his head thrown back, looking down at you over his nose. And what a nose it is. Big, round, and red.
There's no way.
His cocky smile.
There's no
Staring down
I
at
knew it.
freaking way.
You
Oh my God.
are the lucky individuals that have the pleasure of meeting the great Captain
Oh.
Buggy!
There's no
God.
freaking way.
Oh my God.
Stepping up next to him is a bored-looking youth in shorts and a simple white shirt, kind of tan, and long red hair.
No way.
He karate chops the back of Buggy's head.
Wow.
And
You know what? Screw it. This is better. This is better than
This is
Lily.
so much better.
cut it out, Buggy. These people obviously need help.
Spoil sport. Also, I'm gonna tell teacher that you hit me.
He, just looks incredulous. He hits you more than I do.
This is true. We should probably save them. It's a miracle their boat hasn't sank.
Yeah, actually, how
Help us.
did that boat not sink?
Please help us. We'll tell you more about
Throw him a
it
rope,
later.
Buggy.
Why do I gotta throw him a rope?
He just fixes a flat look on him.
Fine.
And he whips around and grabs a rope to throw towards you two. Shanks holds up a hand next to his mouth to amplify his voice. Just tie it to one of her masts.
Eve immediately goes and ties it up.
And with that, Buggy gets on a bicycle that's attached to a big wheel of rope and just starts pedaling. And it starts reeling in the Lily of the Valley closer to their ship.
That is crazy.
I will show you my might!
I'll be right back.
All right. As the boat is reeled in,
What's all that commotion down there?
Who's it gonna be?
taking a couple of steps out of what looks to be a captain's quarters, is a tall man with tan skin, a tuft of black hair on his chin, and long flowing black hair. He has an extremely intense look on his face. And as he stares down, he simply crosses his arms and raises one of his impressive eyebrows.
Shanks? Buggy? What have you found?
Stepping out from behind him is a young girl in a, well, I say young girl, but she's maybe about 16 to 18, somewhere around there. Simple yellow sundress. But the most distinct part of her is definitely her shocking pink hair.
Don't be too mean to them, Dad. I'm sure they meant well.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Rebecca, please. This is official business between me and my apprentices.
The yellow sundress.
Wait!
Wait, he's the
Keep
captain?
dropping these characters.
He's
You
the
can't keep dropping these characters.
Buggy looks over his shoulder, sweat pouring down his forehead.
Ah! Captain Kairos!
He just gives a nod of acknowledgement.
Yeah, we found these weary travelers, and they seem to need some help, so we're helping them.
All right. We're not far from Water 7 now. Let's continue our way.
This timeline is so weird. Luffy's 30 and Shanks is 18 and Rebecca's 12.
Yeah, I don't. What is going on?
This is kind of insane. My brain's not wrapping around it.
And Rayleigh's still young?
Oh no! What is it like? Wait, how? Like Buggy looks like a teenager?
He's 18.
Yes, he's about 19 to 20.
Oh my gosh! Also,
Kairos takes the stairs down, turning back to grab onto Rebecca's hand to help her down, and giving her a warm smile as he does so, before turning back towards you, Eep.
Apologies for the brashness of my apprentices. They've only been studying carpentry under me for a short amount of time, but
What?
they've learned quite a bit. My name is Kairos. I live on an island called Water 7.
Eep. Even you have heard of the legendary Water 7. You know all about it.
Okay, that's fine.
I died.
Let us know when you're able to respond to the situation. Are you still with us? Can you still hear us, or like what's the circumstance here? I'm going to go ahead and take that as she is not currently here.
Also, your mic changed, by the way, Luke.
Oh, hizzity heck. All right, are we back?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, cool. So yeah, as the Lily of the Valley, Eep, and Cutty Flam are towed away by the shipwright Kairos and his apprentices Buggy and Shanks to the legendary shipwright haven of Water 7.
Yeah, what happened to
No,
wonder if
Iceberg was
still-
on Luffy's crew. He died.
Yep.
But like
Oh,
Shanks,
you're right.
Carpenters now?
Shanks and Buggy are like the new Iceberg and Frankie. Am I
What is
crazy?
going on?
they're two carpentry kids studying. Anyway.
Welcome to the Loopers. Hashtag let chaos reign.
I have no idea what's wrong with this picture because I don't have any context.
It's mostly just for the One Piece fans.
I'm literally Googling this as I go.
That's funny.
All right. So, let us change the picture real fast. Oswald.
Yeah?
You and Elysia pushed along the ocean currents, drift for, well, days. Eventually, the thirst and hunger are overwhelming. Both of you are at your limits. Alicia has managed to finally bring you to the surface. Though she had not been directly touching the ocean, it was still plenty enough to drain her. She's still recovering, as are you. But she has enough energy to keep both of you afloat and pushed away from the water. You notice her lips are starting to turn in a very unhealthy shade of blue. She gasps.
I haven't seen an island. Have you?
With 3 eyes.
Wonder how much longer we're going to be drifting.
Who knows, Alicia? Who knows?
Suddenly, her eyes go wide as you are jerked to the left. And then forward to the right. Slowly, slowly back, left, forward, faster and faster.
This does not bode well.
Yeah, this is probably a whirlpool. Well, you know, they say when in Rome, but I believe we're going to Hades.
I was not ready for this when I joined your crew. I'm just going to be 100% honest.
That's fair. Well, if this is where we die, I guess this is kind of how I would like to die, you know? Surrounded by at least one friend.
She gives you the Will of D smile.
It's a nice way to go, I think.
Yeah, that's
But
agreeable.
I'd still like to try and survive.
That we can
Can
do.
you energize me in any ways?
I may have just enough stamina left for one more arterial tango. I will be out of tricks up my sleeve after that one, though.
That should be enough. I just need one push.
Well, let's try this. And I'm going to touch her and arterial tango.
Her eyes seem to light up, and she grabs you around the waist. Drawing her rapier, she grits her teeth as the whirlpool grows larger and larger and larger, drawing you both towards the center. The thing becomes massive. The sound of crashing waves and the sucking of the water around you just deafening as you're pulled in closer and closer. Her eyes dart from one side to the other, looking for the opening she's so desperately looking for. Finally, a small break in the waves, where you feel the grip around your waist tighten. She pulls back the rapier.
Daikaze!
And with a mighty heave of effort, she slams the column of air exploding from her rapier directly underneath you. The seawater explodes around you, coating both of you as you are flung into the air. She grits her teeth once more.
All right. Now we just have to hope we land somewhere relatively decent.
You two are still floating up into the air higher and higher and higher. It seems like the drain of doing this completely saps Alicia of the last of her stamina, and she begins to fade in and out of consciousness.
Oh dear. I'm going to attempt to hold on to her as tightly as I can.
All right, you appear to be falling directly back down into the whirlpool. But
Oh.
to the widening of your 3 eyes, the water all of a sudden completely stops, goes completely placid, before rumbling once more. And rushing up to meet you like a freaking freight train. It slams into you. And once again, you lose consciousness. Fading in and out of your battered state. Your eyes fly open and you're still caught in the stream of water before the intense pressure knocks you out again. Over and over and over again, you fight with consciousness. You see a flash of white. What looks like an ocean underneath you. An ocean of cloud. Before unconsciousness takes you once again. And then you swear you must be dreaming. If it weren't for the rushing of water around you, well, maybe the water battered your head harder than you thought. Because you swear you see a snake swimming in the sky, startled by your passing. Finally, the insane battering of the water subsides, and you feel weightless. Alicia is still locked in your grasp. Your eyes widen as you look around you. You can see an endless expanse of beautiful white cloud underneath you, stretching like an actual ocean. And there, against every single one of your instincts, there is an island. It seems to be made of a dense cloud, upon which buildings have been constructed. And you're falling straight towards it.
This is gonna hurt.
You brace yourself, hold Alicia a little bit closer, and you hit the clouds with a puff of white around you. You hear a scream somewhere. You flip through the air, hit the ground again, slide, before finally coming to rest at the edge of a building. You hear, "What was that? That was one of the knock-up stream geysers." "Yes, but there was a person inside." "Excuse me, sir." You crack an eye open. You can see an odd sight in front of you. It's a man with close-cut blonde hair, except for 2 antennae sticking out of the tops of his head, made of hair. 2 little stalks that end in little braided balls at the tips. And the most striking feature of all are the 2 small white wings that extend from his back. "It appears you've fallen from the sky, which is an unusual occurrence for us."
Considering we're in the skies, that would mean I came from pretty high up. Guess you could say I'm an angel.
They start talking amongst themselves, and you realize that you've gathered a crowd.
Oh, not unlike me to gather those.
You manage to push yourself up, feeling battered and bruised. Alicia, her eyes fluttering open, as she looks up to the man with the wings, and her face goes flat.
Oh, I've died.
No, we haven't, actually. Still quite conscious.
Wait, really? But that's very
Yeah.
obviously an angelic being.
No. Trust
no.
me,
You-
I saw the whole thing.
Apologies. You greatly. I don't think you understand. No. This is High Haven. Welcome, guests. High Haven. Right. We're one of the many sky islands that travel in this area. Alicia kind of looks at you, Oswald. Confusion evident in her eyes.
Yeah, this is all still within the real world. Trust me, I mean, maybe it isn't. I'm not too sure, because I was fading in and out of consciousness for quite some time there, but yeah, no, I really feel my back, and I don't think you would feel that in the afterlife.
Okay, so we're in High Haven then.
Yes, indeed. We should probably get you to the proper authorities. Or at least a professional. That couldn't have felt good when you hit the ground.
Yeah, being a crash pad is not exactly comfortable.
Step aside. Step aside. Everybody disperse.
The crowd kind of pushes his mixed way, parting as a strange man walks into your field of view. He looks the easiest way for you to get a mental image of this man is he looks like, I'm trying to think of a character who has these specific glasses, but he looks like Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist.
Why did I think Full Metal when you said that? I'm sorry. I thought of Hohenheim, and then you said Gluttony. I'm like, huh? You infected
He
my
looks like
brain.
Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist, except he has big round like goggles with a burgundy sheen to them. He kind of glances down at you.
You're from the Blue Sea, yeah?
And interestingly of note, this man does not have wings. He has his hands clasped behind his back, his prodigious belly bouncing as he glances down at you.
From down below, yeah?
Yeah, there was a whirlpool, and it's the whole thing.
Wait a second. I know you.
Oh,
You're Blitzkrieg.
how? What? I'm not even gonna question it. I don't know how you know me, but you know me, and that's the case.
He gives a big grin.
As one of the 7 warlords of the sea, it's my business to know about powerful pirates.
Wait, you're a warlord?
He gives you a lopsided grin and hands out a big meaty hand towards you.
Thunderhead Jones. Pleasure to meet you.
Just be careful. I did, kind of just crash land here, and I'll kind of put my hand out, slightly shaky, because, I just cracked my back on this land.
Yeah, you don't feel good.
Like a glow stick.
Thankfully, I am a physician, so I'll be able to help you out.
Good. Maybe you can teach me some things. I know something of the medical sciences.
Better than that, I am authorized by the world government to issue official medical licenses.
Oh. His eyes widen, like they go almost full black like a cat. You can do that?
Yes, I can, but I don't offer my services to just anyone.
Well, you do know me.
I do know of you, and I was watching the stream.
Oh, well, that would put a damper on things.
No, I don't. Look, I'm a pirate too. Just because I got all buddy-buddy with the world government doesn't mean I agree with what they do.
I'm sure it comes with its benefits.
Oh, it certainly does. Anyways, I saw what happened when a certain trigger word was used.
Oh, wait, what?
My primary profession, my PhD, is in psychology.
Oh, you see, I studied in psychology for some time too. Never did go the PhD route, but
He gently
Oh, fine, I
places
did.
a hand on your shoulder. You and I, Mr. Oswald, have a lot of talking to do. And if you manage to wrangle in those alternate personalities of yours, you will once again be Dr. Octavius.
That would be true. And I actually met some. They don't seem that bad.
We're gonna have to work on it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know why there's a childhood character from a cartoon of my childhood in my head, but
Horrifically
yeah.
disturbing.
I mean, I met him. He's a little off-putting, yeah, but he seems okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need a talk. And he helps you to your feet and turns around. Come, I will take you to my office. We have much to discuss.
I guess we do. Could we get some water first? I am very dry.
He just holds up a hand and snaps his meaty fingers, and somebody immediately walks up with a pitcher of wonderful glistening water and a charcuterie board with meats and cheeses and crackers.
Oh,
Don't
missed-
mind if I do then.
And Elysia immediately indulges in the food. And with that, we're going to go ahead and change our perspective. Raging Bolt.
Yeah.
You've only been here for about 6 hours. And yet, you have never been this scared in your entire life. So essentially, the last 6 hours have been you, a dinosaur, and a commander of the Invincible Armada Pirates, also known as freaking Gunmetal's crew, running away from giant dinosaurs. And I do mean giant dinosaurs. As you push your way through the foliage, the ancient foliage of ferns that continuously slap at your face and cover your fur in unpleasant sticky sap, the ground rumbles as a Tyrannosaurus Rex with giant blades coming out of its back and mechanical red eyes rams its head into the side of an Ankylosaurus, which has a tank turret on its back. The tank turret swivels around and launches a shell at the T-Rex, who goes flying back over top of your head, smashes through a tree. I need you to make a dex save.
Okay. That's not the right one. Hold on. Or is it?
It's the box you usually do that you're not supposed to. There you go. With a 10, you have ample time to escape from the massive tree that the T-Rex just knocked over. Its trunk is 20 feet in diameter. You let out a very undignified, scared cat sound as the tree smashes into the ground and straight up knocks you off of your feet. You hear as your dad is knocked through the sky and slams into the side of a mountain. A pterosaur with missile launchers hanging from its wings swoops by in a bombing run and pulls away to make another pass. That's when your hair stands on end. And you know another one is coming. So many have ravaged this land that it's a miracle that there's any foliage left. But you duck and cover. Not a lightning bolt. Not a strike of thunder. But a column 30 foot wide of pure electrical energy vaporizes another hole in the island. The sound echoes as the dark clouds continue to swirl above. What would you like to do? The T-Rex is getting up. Caleb?
I think he died.
Oh, I'm here. I'm sorry. My mic, I was talking, but I muted it. I'm pretty sure I'm in Transformers world, and I'm in Beast Wars right now.
I mean, when the T-Rex gets up and glares at the Ankylosaurus, who turns its turret back towards the T-Rex opens its mouth and it shoots a laser at it. Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at.
Roars at it as it is knocked through the forest. The T-Rex turns its glowing red eyes towards you.
And what direction is my father currently in reference to the T-Rex?
The T-Rex is between you and your father.
Of course.
Who has peeled himself off of the mountain and is glaring at the Pteranodon as it circles around. He picks up a giant chunk of earth of the mountain and chucks it at the Pteranodon. And swats it out of the air with the boulder that just hits it so hard that one of the missile silos just explodes and the Pteranodon goes down. What is this stupid island? The T-Rex, still having its once having its full attention on you, turns over its shoulder to look at your father's exclamation. What are you doing?
I yell, I don't know. You're the one that brought us here.
I did no such thing. The ocean brought us here. The T-Rex kind of looks back towards you and then back towards your dad.
It's probably your fault anyway. You're a screw up regardless. It's always your fault at this point.
Look! I just recently discovered my innate paternal instinct waking up, okay? We left too early, man! The T-Rex looks at him.
Grumble to myself, and I, not willingly, but do admit that he is right. I did notice some sort of, perhaps I could call it love in his eyes when he was saving me.
The T-Rex kind of turns back towards you and tilts its head. You swear it's almost like it says, "You gonna take that, bro?"
I guess so. I'm growing as a character.
The T-Rex shrugs and attacks you.
Okay, can I take the dash action to anywhere but here?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
The T-Rex charging after you, but you are extremely fast. Using your lithe form, I want you to go ahead and just make me an athletics check. You get advantage on these because you're transformed.
Okay.
You can activate advantage at the top of your character sheet, by the way.
Advantage, okay. I don't know where that is right now, so I'm going to just roll it twice.
Okay, that's fine.
Athletics.
19, okay. Let me roll. Yes, easily you manage to outmaneuver the Tyrannosaurus, but it gets really mad at you. You can see a vein throbbing on its head, and it opens its mouth to shoot you before a Stegosaurus, like a freight train, headbutts into the side and carries it deeper into the chaotic woods.
Nice.
Your father jumps off of the mountain, lands on the ground. A velociraptor runs at him from behind, and he just lifts up one of his hands and, without even turning around, smacks it in the nose by just lifting up his fist. The dinosaur falls over. He rubs the back of his wrist. Kind of stares at you with conflicted emotions on his face. Takes a few steps over.
Can I try to start making it up to you? Will you give me the chance?
Whenever you decide to tell me... Well, let me start that over. Maybe once I hear the story from Mother, and then I might give you a chance.
How about I pay it forward then?
Might as well. I should benefit from my fatherhood at some point in my life.
He looks up towards the roiling lightning, holds up his crackling paws.
You're aware of our species' innate power, Electro, right?
Of course.
And I've also noticed you're quite proficient with hockey.
Yes.
How about I train you in both?
I question it in my own mind for a moment, and I think to myself, well, if I'm going to be stronger, I shouldn't care who it's from, so I acquiesce.
All right. He gives a grim nod.
All right, then. This is some long overdue father-son bonding time, and I am sorry.
I just look in the opposite direction and go,
Well, let me properly introduce myself. I am Ares, 7th Division Commander of the Invincible Armada Pirates. They call me...
Another beam of pure electrical energy strikes the island in the background, kind of backlighting them.
uh-huh.
As it does, a bolt of lightning, like one of Zeus's spears, appears in his hands.
God of Thunder.
Okay, that's a little dramatic.
I didn't choose the name!
You can see him blushing a little bit.
You like it, I know you do, I can tell.
Maybe a little bit, what about it?
Well, I'll come up with a better one. It's called... The One That Doesn't Return with the Milk.
It's a bit of a mouthful, don't you think?
Well, it's more accurate than your stupid name.
Oh yeah?
Yeah! That goes Super Saiyan Electric. I like threaten to fight him, but then, that's not appropriate timing.
Well, let's get started then.
And that begins your long and arduous training with Ares, God of Thunder.
Sweet.
So, Flint,
Ah! Hello. I was not prepared.
a few days later, you awaken having finally been pulled out of the water. You're on a rocky shore. The tide comes in, pushing up the Go away, Minecraft. I wanted my notes, not you. Please. Please.
We play Minecraft now?
No.
We play Minecraft.
The tide comes in.
We're in the
And
end
every
now.
time the waves go out, you can hear almost thunderous sound of thousands of rocks being pulled to sea.
Am I awake at this point? Like fully?
Yes.
Can I speak
You
and
finally,
stuff?
yeah, you're on your hands and knees. Sheriff is next to you with his arms crossed.
Good morning.
There is a purple haze swirling around the island like a giant tornado.
I'm not gonna have to shower for weeks.
He lifts up an eyebrow.
Do you know what seawater does to your hair?
I forgot. Okay. Is there like a town around here?
There's one.
Okay.
You look around, and the whole island appears to just be made out of this slate gray rock.
Huh. This place is kind of sad.
This is Granite Island.
I wonder where it gets the name from.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
No.
Oh.
He holds up a hand to help you up.
I reach out.
He helps you to your feet. And as you look around, you just hear.
What's that?
That would be the acquaintance your brother was talking about. Let's go meet her.
Okay.
You wind your way through the Death Valley-esque crevices through these large granite mountains before finally arriving in a clearing that kind of feels familiar. It feels like, well, it looks familiar to you in the sense that it's very clear that there used to be a mountain range here, but now it's mostly rubble.
Oh no.
Not quite as impressive as Luffy's, but indeed there is a single figure across the gravel wasteland that is striking against the mountain.
Why do I keep meeting monsters?
This one was actually inspired by someone. You get 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Luffy?
Bingo.
What's this person like?
She's intense.
Like in a scary way?
Like in a, oh, you're interesting, let's fight way.
Okay. Wait, I want to make a good first impression. I want you to tell me if this looks cool, okay? I'm going to turn
Sure.
around, and then you look at my face. And I'm going to put on a pair of fire sunglasses and then turn back to him. What do you think?
I'm gonna roll. You just make a charisma check.
Okay.
Straight charisma.
21.
They're so cool.
Sheriff kind of like sets his jaw and turns to the side, the hint of jealousy in his eyes.
Looks fine.
Okay. Flint's like smiling. You can tell he's kind of holding back, holding his reaction back. Okay. I'm gonna go introduce myself. Well, I guess you should probably introduce me.
I'll introduce you.
Yeah.
You two step forward towards this figure, which lands another mighty blow against the mountain.
Kristen!
Ah,
She turns around and looking back at you is one of the other supernova. With her crazy, almost explosion of reddish orange hair peeking out from underneath a bandana that shadows her eyes, kind of jagged looking teeth, and a super intense, sharp yellow eyes. She kind of looks back.
Oh, Sheriff! It's good to meet you, buddy. What you been up to?
She kind of stalks up towards you, her hands plunging into her pockets. You get the distinct impression of a predator.
Oh.
Kind of almost like a lion sauntering up to the glass in a zoo.
Uh-oh.
She's smiling the entire time.
Kristen Shea, this is Flint Vane, also known as...
Her grin just widens.
Hotshot.
Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm gonna reach out my hand for a handshake.
She holds her hand out to the side and clasps yours with intensity. Strength check.
Okay. Oh, this is bad. I'm not even gonna use luck on that. That's gonna be funny.
That is insane. What in the world?
As she grips your hand, it explodes into fire. She kind of blinks, looks down at her scorched palm, and she just shakes it off.
Sorry about that.
She raises an eyebrow.
So, straight up strength isn't your strong suit then?
Not really.
Well. Alright, why is he here?
He needs to lay low for a while.
Who'd you insult? You obviously...
I want to kill Liber Maximus.
Wow, holy crap. Alright, all the way to the top then. Next you're gonna tell me you want to suplex one of the 5 elders.
Nah, they're fine.
She kind of squints her eyes.
Actually, that kind of sounds fun. I might do that.
It would be fun.
The point?
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess he can hang out. Just over that ridge,
she kind of points towards the east,
is the only natives of this land. They're an odd bunch. They eat rocks. They're weird.
They what?
But they eat rocks.
Okay. Do they taste good?
She kind of glances down at the gravel.
Have you ever tried one?
Genuinely thinking about it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna grab one. And I'm just gonna
watches
slowly put it in my mouth without talking.
Her mouth kind of stops halfway open mid-word.
And I'm gonna try and crunch it.
Very well. Eli, I'm going to ask you to do something very weird.
Okay.
I want you to roll a D100.
What? Okay. 71.
As you bite down on it, obviously your teeth just can't. And feeling the pain, you instinctively transform them into fire. And that's when a surge of energy rushes through you like you have never felt in your entire life, and you turn into a beacon of flame. Kristen Shea is knocked back.
What?
Sheriff explodes backwards and hits the ground and goes into Yamcha pose.
What?
and then you feel it.
I'm sorry.
Pulsing through you is a familiar feeling, just in a different flavor.
What?
Turns out, Granite Island is right over top of an earth vein, just like the one over the Temple of Wind. But this one's fire elemental tuned.
Okay.
And so, we go back to Salaki.
I'm just depressed.
As you're sitting there in the room that you've been given on the way back. No, we're going to be back at Alaberna. It's been about a day or two at this point. You hear a knock on your door. Hey, can I come in?
Yeah, come on.
The door opens and Monkey D. Luffy takes a step in. Hey, Salaki. They're alive out there.
That's one of the thoughts going through my head right now.
No. I mean, I felt them with my observation hockey.
Salaki stops for a second and he looks up and he goes, "This is one horrible joke if you're lying to me."
He just gives you that determined and completely sure Luffy smile. They're out there.
My crew, huh? Let's not disappoint, Luffy. You're gonna teach me exactly what I used that day.
Luffy's smile fades, and his eyes are shadowed under the brim of his hat. You know what you're asking for, right?
Luffy, I have the single devil fruit in the entire world that allows me to recover from any injury ever. Hit me as hard as you need to, because I'm a shark. And sharks, when we lose a tooth, we always grow it back.
Okay, that was cool.
His smile comes back.
Cool.
He looks at you again. That Will of D smile. Alright, let's get started.
I.
And he leads you out of the palace. That night, Eep, you find yourself in a very comfortable plaza, graciously offered to you by the Galley Law Company. The Lily of the Valley, docked and safe, and being worked on by the best shipwrights in the world. And Buggy.
And Buggy is crazy.
It's also there.
And from where you are,
Where's that
the
ring from?
personal Den Mushi that you were given before Operation Line Strike is going off. Oswald, you as well. Flint, as you meet the chaotic bunch that is Kristen Shea's absolutely insane pirate group in the middle of the biggest party you've ever been in, serving drinks to all of them. Raging Bolt, as you and your father clash with another bolt of lightning in between you two. You two as well. Gemini, peels herself out of the mountain that Rayleigh just punched her into and falls onto the ground. And Salaki as well. As you all pick up. Gotcha.
This is King Sans Winder. To all remaining revolutionary members that took part in Operation Line Strike, I have a new order for you. We have a lot of attention on us right now, but thankfully the world government is distracted as well. My order to you all: lay low and grow as strong as possible. I am giving you 1.5 years. Do you understand? That's 18 months to grow as strong as you can wherever you are. And when the time is right, reconvene within Alaberna. I look forward to seeing all of your progress, wherever you may be, whatever the status of your current person. Grow stronger, and then come back to the service of the revolutionaries. We'll be waiting with open arms and excited to see your progress. King Sans Winder, out.
Gotcha.
Well, Dad.
Oh, crap, wrong voice.
Well, Father. Looks like I'm stuck with you for a year.
Oh, no. What is gunmetal gonna say? No.
The worst dad.
You, for the first time ever, see a Denden Mushi of its own accord crawl out of somebody's pocket. It crawls out of your dad's pocket and looks up at him with a glare of "Don't you dare!" I have free will. I don't have to pick you up. He'll never know. But
Gotcha.
hello. So, you went and had a little brat behind my back, did you? I really don't want to get into this, but I guess yes.
You guessed.
It's a long story, Captain. Well, I can't wait to meet my darling grandson. Hoorah! I'll be
Bro.
over in 6 months.
Grandson!
You what? I said, Ares. I'll be over to meet my grandson and see the progress that you've given him in the last 6 months in exactly that amount of time. After that, you're coming off the island, and he might be coming with you. We'll see. Oh no. Over and out, Captain. Don't disappoint me, kiddo.
Gotcha.
He sits down on the ground and puts his hands in his puts his face in his hands. And
No, put his hands in his face.
That's true.
And he just starts crying.
I immediately awkward. I have no idea what to say. I've never seen a grown man cry before.
Salaki, you are punched into another mountain. It's pretty intense. You're running out of mountains to be punched through.
I'm starting to regret eating this devil fruit.
I'm the guardian! Another mountain.
The scenery! Think of the scenery, Luffy!
Luffy just grins and punches the ground, barely missing you, and the force of him hitting the ground just tears another mountain from this desert sands into the, like, just forms a new mountain from the impact of his fist.
I guess. Huh. Wait, does that mean you're gonna throw me through that one?
He grabs your face.
Oh, please. Come on.
Justin.
Yo.
I need you to make me a the most important D100 roll of your life.
I believe in you. Oh.
Winnie.
Roll a D4 for me, please.
Do.
Enjoy your 2 additional training points.
Oh. Cool.
You get those for free. It's not part of any leveling up or anything.
Wow.
Caleb.
Hey.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Uh-oh, I'm dumb. R/R D100. Yeah.
Oh,
I do know the
God.
command, but holy actual heck!
Me?
Caleb, please roll me a D12.
Are
Wow.
you joking?
That is so sad, Justin.
I'm gonna get a 12. That'd be kind of
So
wild.
I'm gonna.
Enjoy your 6 additional training points.
That is so sad.
You get those for free.
Does this go towards my fruit?
You can put them towards anything you want.
Oh heck yeah!
So lucky sadness.
All right.
Aw.
Flint.
Hello. Same thing.
It's about 6 months in. And you two are starting to run out of mountains. Not to be thrown through, but to melt. Go ahead and I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Was Christine also training me?
Yes.
Okay. Because I do want to try and get better at hockey too.
Okay. With 68, I need you to go ahead and roll me a D8, please.
Aww.
Enjoy your 3 additional training points. In addition, you get 1 free mastery point due to the location. So your mastery goes up by 1 automatically.
Oh, for devil fruit. Okay, I understand.
And you now have expertise in all bartender roles.
Oh, okay.
So double proficiency bonus on all bartender roles. Christine's crew are party animals, and you have gotten so much practice in.
I'm also taking a bunch of Din-Din selfies with them with my camera Din-Din Mushi to remember this. And is Sheriff also there?
No, Sheriff had to leave.
Well, I took a picture with him before he left.
All right. There's one particular one where Kristen has pulled you like halfway over the bar and is giving you bunny ears while the rest of the crew just cheers around. Joa, I need you to roll me a D100.
Alrighty, baby. 1D100. 83.
Oh my god.
One day,
That is insane.
when you're stuck in your mind, doing the mental exercises that Thunderhead Jones has given you, your eyes closed serenely in concentration, you simply call, and Archibald answers.
Oh.
You simply
Oh, I
call,
see.
and Jericho answers. You simply call, and with a little bit of coercion and a lot of exhaustion, Mr. Fez answers.
Oh.
Oh.
You
have conquered the innermost depths of your mind. And as you do, unbidden, your third eye opens. Red, blue, green, black. Red, blue, green, black. And Joa, what is the color of your conqueror's hockey?
I need to make a cool decision. I gotta make it amber. That's just too cool to not be amber.
Red, blue, green, black, purple, orange, amber. Amber lightning erupts from your body. By conquering your mind, you have unlocked Conqueror's Hockey.
Ooh,
Now,
boy.
roll me another D100.
Oh gosh, okay. This one's the big one. It's a
Aw.
4.
Roll me a D2!
That is so sad.
I mean, small price.
Oh.
Alright, free training point.
That
Free
is
training
so
point, but you do have Conqueror's Hockey now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's
Welcome to the
there's
club.
silver linings. Silver linings.
Wow.
Silver linings indeed. Alright, Eep.
Hello.
You have found new friends. Cuddy Flam immediately started acting like the Luffy to Buggy and Shanks's Ace and Sabo. Like, following them around and trying to act all cool around them. Except in one part.
Oh.
He's extremely talented when it comes to construction, carpentry, and invention, to the point where he blows them out of the water.
Oh my goodness, so that nice.
That's our Cuddy Flam.
Let's go. That's my guy.
I think I can beat Buggy in a competition.
my
with
friend.
that stuff.
And Eep,
Yes.
under the careful tutelage of Kairos, your shipbuilding power and your knowledge of ships increases by leaps and bounds. And even more than that, I want you to roll me a d20. You can have advantage on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
19!
One day, you sitting there nervously, hoping it worked. Kairos, smiling with a giant tarp over top of Lily, grabs onto it, and the shipwrights of Galila, their eyes open and twinkling,
Let's go.
excited, as Lily activates her new ability. And inflates a bubble around her.
Yes. Let's freaking go. Oh my
You got a hot
god.
air balloon now?
Let's go.
Oh my
Allowing
God.
her to both float without use of a wooden board and completely submerge herself.
Oh my.
Going to the new world! It's
They have
world
reinforced-
time.
They have reinforced and maximized the output of the oxygenated flame thruster.
Caleb, look in the Discord for a second.
I'm looking.
They have... Yep, pretty much.
So is okay. Can you expand upon this? Can we fly now?
No, it's
No.
for underwater.
No, it's like it can help you go underwater.
Underwater.
Yeah, there
Okay.
will be-
North
It's
Submarine.
like an air bubble. Think of it more like an air bubble instead of a floating thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And there is also a very thin resin coating over the entirety of Lily's ship body. She smiles down at you, and you smile back at her. And then you realize something. She's taller.
Oh my god.
Her marine cap no longer flops over her eyes,
Did she grow older?
but rather sits comfortably on her head.
Oh my
The-
gosh.
That's our
The
captain.
small form of Lily, with the almost like about 10, 11-year-old form that she had. She now appears to be about 16 or so. About 5'4", and has refined many aspects of her ambulatory form. Mostly, the vines that made up her hair are now very thin. Almost, she looks like a green person with dark green hair.
Oh my god.
And her eyes, white as the lily she's named after. She gives you a confident wave.
He like has like the little bubble tears in his eyes and waves back enthusiastically.
She gives you a big smile.
I will protect you.
And we'll always rebuild you.
I can't even believe we're the same age anymore.
Eep, please roll me a d100.
Oh, I'm terrified. Can I get advantage? Oh, I can't. Oh gosh.
Can I
No.
use lucky on my roll?
No.
More than half.
I wanted to ask about
okay.
I've
The
never
57,
rolled a good D100.
that will warrant a d8.
Good D8. No.
We got the same roll.
Shut up, Eli. I don't want
Three
to
training
roll with you.
points.
So
Hey,
bad.
Bolt is about to be so strong.
He is.
Three.
You got 6 training points?
Yeah.
That's 3 feats if he wants it.
That's
Oh,
insane.
feet? Oh, crap!
You can spend training points on feats, yeah.
So
You
I,
could get 3 feats. You could
I
put
mean-
6 points into your devil fruit.
I mean, I've been looking into maxing out my devil fruit because if I do that, I'm only 2 away from awakening.
Oh my god. Wait, that
So
would be
each
so...
training point is a single mastery point, so you can just go ahead and dump 6 points into your mastery right now.
Yeah, and I would have 13, and I'd be able to heal for 3d8. I'd get another.
Die then, I guess.
Whoa. Let's not get too hasty now, everybody. Because I haven't told you how much you leveled up.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
going-
ask. Yes.
I'm going to freak out.
Okay, before you reveal this crazy revelation, I have one very major question to ask.
Yes. Ask away.
What happened to Zam Zam?
I am so glad you asked.
Oh my god.
I am so glad you asked.
Oh my god.
I am so glad you asked.
No, he has the babies. He has it, doesn't he? No, please, no. No. He's gonna
Alright.
have both of them.
Oh no! Yeah.
Sam Sam is a stupid old guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I need to. I need to clear up a few things first, okay? I will be revealing what level you guys are now. You guys started at level 9. You are now level 14.
What?
Whoa.
I was expecting
Well-
level 11.
My mastery is definitely maxed
Wow.
out now.
And that's a training point per level, right?
Yes, 1 training point per level. So,
So
5
9 to 14
training
is 5?
points. 5 training points in addition to what you have. So, Caleb, you have 11 training points to
Oh
burn
my
right now.
lord.
Wow.
So, just so you all are aware, I now will permanently. Okay, let me ask you this. It says awakening this primal fury for my
Awakening is a different thing that we'll talk about later, okay?
crap. I'm gonna poop my pants.
All right. So, Zamzam opens his eyes.
Oh my rolls.
Nice.
Oh, I forget it. I have the roll
Yeah.
for health. Poop.
Zamzam slowly sits up,
Nice.
kind of rubs
the back of his neck. Looks around with hazy eyes.
Well, looks like Zamzam's time is coming.
He stands up with a snap, crackle, and pop, and looks around to the strange place that he's found himself in. And he does what he has always done back home in the swamp when he didn't know where he was. He started walking. Zamzam began to walk, not really understanding what he was seeing. Until he finally laid his eyes on something. He stopped, shock on his face.
What in the world?
And as one of his final acts in this mortal plane,
No. Oh.
what could Zamzam do but laugh?
Oh my god.
Freaking found the One Piece,
He
didn't
found
it?
the One
Zoom out.
Piece.
From Laugh Tail,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
the resting place of Zamzam the Hunter.
Oh my god.
That is where we're going to go ahead and end
How
our
did
session.
he
How
get
did
there?
Wait, hold on. Does this okay, hold on. Hypothetically, does this mean that we are going to see like Luke's version of what he thinks the One Piece is during this campaign?
I hate you, Zamzam, but I'm so sad you died.
Oh my god!
Oh
As soon
my
as you
God.
said he laughed, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the One Piece.
I knew it as soon as he was looking at something laughing. Like, oh my god.
There's no freaking way.
I cannot. How did he get there?
How did he get to laugh now? How did he? What the heck? Out of all the islands to land on, why was it literally what in the world?
That was the island.
The actual island.
That's so